What is SARFAESI Act, 2002? The SARFAESI Act full form is Securitization and Reconstruction of Financial Assets and Enforcement of Security Interest Act. The SARFAESI Act allows banks and other financial institutions for auctioning commercial or residential properties to recover a loan when a borrower fails to repay the loan amount. Thus, the SARFAESI Act, 2002 enables banks to reduce their non-performing assets through recovery methods and reconstruction. The SARFAESI Act provides that banks can seize the property of a borrower without going to court except for agricultural land. SARFAESI Act, 2002 is applicable only in the cases of secured loans where banks can enforce underlying securities such as hypothecation, mortgage, pledge, etc. An order from the court is not required unless the security is invalid or fraudulent. In the case of unsecured assets, the bank would have to go to court and file a civil case against the defaulters. Applicability of SARFAESI Act, 2002. 1. Registration and regulation of asset reconstruction companies, ARCs, by the Reserve Bank of India. 2. Facilitating securitization of financial assets of banks and financial institutions with or without the benefit of underlying securities. 3. Promotion of seamless transferability of financial assets by the ARC to acquire financial assets of banks and financial institutions through the issuance of debentures or bonds or any other security as a debenture. 4. Entrusting the asset reconstruction companies to raise funds by issue of security receipts to qualified buyers. 5. Facilitating the reconstruction of financial assets which are acquired while exercising powers of enforcement of securities or change of management or other powers which are proposed to be conferred on the banks and financial institutions. 6. Presentation of any securitization company or asset reconstruction company registered with the Reserve Bank of India as a public financial institution. 7. Defining security interest to be any type of security including mortgage and change on immovable properties given for due repayment of any financial assistance given by any bank or financial institution. 8. Classification of the borrower's account as a non-performing asset in accordance with the directions given or under guidelines issued by the Reserve Bank of India from time to time. 9. The officers authorized will exercise the rights of a secured creditor in this behalf in accordance with the rules made by the central government. 10. An appeal against the action of any bank or financial institution to the concerned Debts Recovery Tribunal and a second appeal to the Appellate Debts Recovery Tribunal. 11. The central government may set up or cause to be set up a central registry for the purpose of registration of transactions relating to securitization, asset reconstruction and creation of the security interest. 12. Application of the proposed legislation initially to banks and financial institutions and empowerment of the central government to extend the application of the proposed legislation to non-banking financial companies and other entities. 13. Non-application of the proposed legislation to security interests in agricultural lands. Loans less than Rs 1 lakh in cases where 80% of the loans is repaid by the borrower. Objectives of SARFAESI Act, 2002. 1. Efficient or rapid recovery of non-performing assets, NPAs, of the banks and FIS. 2. Allows banks and financial institutions to auction properties, say, commercial, residential, when the borrower fails to repay their loans. How SARFAESI Act, 2002 works. SARFAESI Act, 2002 provides power to a bank or financial institution to seize the property of a defaulting borrower. As per the SARFAESI Act procedure, the banks issue notices to the defaulting borrowers to discharge their liabilities within 60 days period. When the defaulting borrower fails to comply with the bank notice, then the SARFAESI Act gives for the following recourse to a bank. 1. Take possession of the loan security. 2. Lease, sell or assign the right to the security. 3. Manage the same or appoint any person to manage the same. Right of borrower under SARFAESI Act, 2002. The borrowers have the following rights. 1. Borrowers can remit the dues and avoid losing their securities before the sale is concluded. Borrowers will get compensation for the default of an officer. 1. SARFAESI Act Section 17 provides that borrowers can approach the Debt Recovery Tribunal to rectify their grievances against the creditor or authorized officer. Methods of recovery under SARFAESI Act, 2002. The SARFAESI Act provides the following three methods of recovery of the non-performing assets, NPAs. Securitization. Securitization is the process of issuing marketable securities backed by a pool of existing assets such as home or auto loans. An asset can be sold after it is converted into a marketable security. 1. A securitization or asset reconstruction company can raise funds from only the qualified institutional buyers, QIBs, by forming schemes for acquiring financial assets. Asset reconstruction. Asset reconstruction empowers asset reconstruction companies. 4. It can be done by managing the borrower's business by selling or acquiring it or by rescheduling payments of debt payable by the borrower as per the provisions of the Act. Enforcement of security without the interruption of the court. The Act empowers banks and financial institutions to issue notices to individuals who have obtained a secured asset from the borrower for paying the due amount and claim to a borrower's debtor to pay the sum due to the borrower. Assets not covered under SARFAESI Act, 2002. The SARFAESI Act does not cover the following assets. Money or security issued under the Sale of Goods Act, 1930 or Indian Contract Act, 1872. Any lease, hire purchase, conditional sale, or any other contract where no security interest has been created. Any rights of the unpaid seller under Section 47 of the Sale of Goods Act, 1930. Any properties which are not liable for sale or attachment under Section 60 of the Code of Civil Procedure, 1908. And there you have it. The SARFAESI Act, revolutionizing the way banks recover their loans and reshape the financial landscape. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay updated on the latest financial insights and regulatory developments.